What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Laura. Dhar is not with me because I'm going to be discussing my third trimester. But before I begin, if you're new to our channel, then please hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video of ours. So yeah, the reason I am in bed is because I have been on bed rest for the past 2 weeks since doing our baby mama dance, because after we did that dance, the very next day Ella has dropped into position and she is ready to make her appearance, but with everything that's going on in the world and the hospitals being like at max capacity, with a ton of sick patients and stuff, I'm hoping that she hangs on a little longer. I do want to go to like 40 or even 41 weeks, even though I'm so uncomfortable, you guys, but we'll see when she decides to come. So I took some notes on my third trimester, and I also did a Q&A on Instagram. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to start off by thanking you guys so much for all of the love and support on our baby mama dance. If you guys haven't watched it, please check it out here or here, wherever our editor decides to put the video. That was so much fun doing, but let me tell you guys, so it literally took us all day to film. You'll notice in some parts it was like light outside and then it was dark outside. Like, it took us all day to choreograph, to film, to just do the darn thing. Dhar was getting a little bit worried because I was like out of breath. I was just like, oh my gosh. She was like, I think we should stop. Like, I don't want you to overwork your body. But I was like, boy, I still got some twerk in me. I'm gonna finish this. And I'm so glad we did. I love the way that it turned out, but after that, I was done. I was so exhausted, and I had a doctor's appointment the next day, and she was like, whoa, Ella dropped. So that means she's dropped into position, and she's ready, and she's like low, you guys. I'm so uncomfortable, you guys. Like, basically, I've been on bed rest the past 2 weeks since doing the dance. As soon as I stand up, I literally feel like she's gonna fall out. I'm like, what the heck? There's just so much pressure on my hips, my legs, just everywhere. Like, I feel like my hips feel like they're gonna shatter every single time that I stand up, and it's just like, just painful just even sitting like this. I normally just like lay and I rotate, and even that is just, yeah. I'm just so uncomfortable at this state, but I read like it's normal. A lot of women, their last month, it's the hardest for them. And my feet, my legs, my hands, everything, my face is just so swollen. I'm ready, but I'm hanging on for Ella. As you guys know, we are about a little over a month into the shelter at home mandate. The whole world is on this lockdown because of the coronavirus. But yeah, let me go ahead and get into it. The very first week of entering my third trimester, I actually had to go to the emergency room, you guys. So Dhar and I flew to Vegas for a convention, and everything was fine. The first day we made it, and I was literally having to pee every like 15 to 20 minutes, you guys. Like, we would walk a little and I was like, I gotta stop. I literally stopped every like 15 minutes. And I knew that wasn't like really normal, but I was just like, oh, because now, you know, I've gained some weight, maybe the baby's just pushing against like my insides and I'm just having to urinate more. I didn't really think anything of it, but it was so annoying and uncomfortable having to stop every couple minutes to go pee. And then the second day we were at the convention, and I was just like, something isn't right. Like, I started to feel pain. I started to feel like tightness in my stomach and like sharp stabbing pains on my side. And I was just like, I had to excuse myself from the convention because I was so uncomfortable sitting there and I was in pain. And so I went back to the hotel room, and once the convention was over, Dhar came back and I was just like, something's wrong with me. And you know, I wasn't really telling him during the first day or even the second day because I didn't want to inconvenience like the convention or anything. And I was just like, it's probably just you know, more so in my head. I'm pretty sure this is like normal, what pregnant women go through. I think I even snapped about it. But then that second night, I was in so much pain. I was just like, we need to call my doctor. Something just doesn't feel right. So I called the doctor and she was asking me some questions, and right away she's like, you need to go to emergency. So that totally freaked us out, you know, because we weren't in LA. We couldn't go to our regular doctor. We had and there's no Kaiser there. So we had to just look one up and find an emergency that was close by. And so we found one. We head there, and it was kind of crazy, you guys, because there's like 3 nurses and a doctor, and right away they just like sit you down and they're asking you all these questions and having you sign papers and strapping you to this machine. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And no one would tell us anything like in the beginning. So that freaked us out even more. Like when we were getting, you know, our labs done and our ultrasound, I kept asking questions. And I remember when we first got the ultrasound, like she wasn't saying anything to us at all. And she kept going, trying to find the heartbeat, and literally my and Dar's heart and face just dropped when she wasn't able to find like the heartbeat at first. And luckily then we hear it, and I'm like, oh, thank God, like Ella's okay. But I was so scared. And then just even asking questions like, is everything okay? Can you tell us what's going on? And they're just like, oh, let's just wait until we get the results. And it was just like this long waiting game. And it was really, really scary. And it turns out it was a kidney infection. So they gave me they put me on antibiotics, and they also gave me, they connected me to an IV and gave me fluids because I was severely dehydrated, which was making the pain like more intense. And so the next day we were just like, you know what, let's just fly back to LA because we still had a couple days left in Vegas. We came back to LA. I made a doctor's appointment with my doctor, and she ended up putting me on a different antibiotic that was a higher dosage and for a longer period of time. So it took about a month for my infection to go away. And so luckily, like as soon as I started taking the antibiotics day by day, I was getting better and the pain was starting to go down. But that first week was really brutal. But thank God I no longer have that infection. But that was the start of my 3rd trimester. And then after that, I started getting more of an appetite. So as you guys know, 1st trimester I actually lost weight. 2nd trimester I gained very minimal weight, and then 3rd trimester is when I feel like I started to actually feel like I was pregnant, and then the weight started to come a little bit faster. And then this, you know, past this last month, I feel like I don't know where this appetite came from, but I'm hungry all the time. Like I will eat and then an hour later I'm like starving again. So I definitely have a higher appetite now, and I'm definitely able to eat more. So that's good. That's good for the baby. As far as any cravings go, just this last month of my 3rd trimester, I've started to have cravings. So every morning I want Eggo waffles. But I liked Eggo waffles before I got pregnant, but I probably have like 1 or 2 a week, and now I have like 2 a day, every single day. And they're just so good, like crispy and buttery with syrup. Literally so good. And then I also have to have every single day a Snickers ice cream bar. One day I was just like, I want a Snickers ice cream bar. So like we ordered a box, and I think came with like 5 or 6, and I ate it in like 2 days, ate all of them in 2 days. And now every single night I have to have that before bed. I don't know, hopefully it stops after I give birth, but I wouldn't be mad if it didn't. Like my mouth is just like, oh, I'm just so hungry right now. Should I stop and I'll try to get through this video, but we'll see, because girl gotta eat, girl's hungry. So I am currently, I'm a day short of being 38 weeks. And like I mentioned, I'm hoping Ella hangs on until 40, 41 weeks, just so things are a little bit better. Even though I'm so uncomfortable, you guys, I'd rather be uncomfortable than to have her come sooner, just because I'm really scared, and I want to be able to, I want the hospitals to clear out, and maybe they'll loosen up on the labor and delivery rules a little bit. So as of right now, where it stands is Dhar has not been able to come with me to my doctor's appointments anymore. It's just me, and I have to wear a mask and gloves and get pre-screened before I even go in. They take my temperature, they ask if I have any symptoms, things like that. And up until this point, Dhar has never missed a doctor's appointment, and it's kind of scary, and it's really sad. Like he still drives me there, but he has to wait in the car. And it's just kind of like sad going in by myself, you know, especially like when they do the ultrasound and I get to see Ella. Like he doesn't get to experience that with me. And just like walking into the hospitals now are just so like eerie, you know, like God bless the workers, the doctors, the nurses, but it's sad to see, like, you know, some of them seem so exhausted and they're working so hard, and there's hardly any, like, you know, there's no one in the waiting room because you're not allowed to go in with anyone. And in the labor and delivery section, it's just pregnant women, and, you know, we're all scared to like be too close to each other or touch any of the elevator buttons or chairs or anything. Like, it's just a scary time right now. And so I used to look forward to going to my doctor's appointments, especially to see Ella. And now I kind of, not dread it, because I still love seeing Ella, but it's just a different experience. It's like super eerie and scary now. And of course, these hormones are kicking in and I'm crying. And then as far as labor and delivery, if for whatever reason I am told I need to have a C-section, then I will have to deliver by myself. Dhar will not be allowed. Dhar will not be allowed with me, which, sorry you guys, which has really been freaking me out and causing me to have like anxiety, and I'm trying my hardest to like fight these feelings because I know it's not good for the baby, but it's just really scary, especially because it's like my first time, you know, like both of our first time. We've never had a kid before, and it just freaks me out, especially because I'm high risk and I don't know what could happen. You know, I still have the umbilical cord isn't completely latched on to the center, it's off to the side, and there's several things that can happen with that. And to think of him not being able to be there with me to support me and calm me down, and it just really scares me. But hopefully I won't need a C-section, and I'll be able to have her vaginally. Like I mentioned earlier, she is in place for a vaginal birth, so that's good. And if I have her vaginally, I am allowed one guest, which will be Dhar, which will make me really happy. But yeah, just the whole having to give birth during this time is really scary. You know, we will have to wear masks and take all the precautions necessary, and they are trying to get patients out faster. Like before, you would have to stay 1 to 4 days depending on how your labor went. Now in some cases, like if you happen to go in the morning, some women are being discharged if everything goes fine at night, and you won't even have to stay in the hospital because they're trying to get everyone in and out, so that way, you know, no one catches the virus, especially the baby. So things are just kind of different right now. We were considering a home birth, but me being high risk, my doctor didn't think it was a good idea, because if any complications arise or anything comes up, like, you know, they're not going to have all the medical tools and things that they need. And then I'm also not allowed an epidural, and I cannot handle pain for anything, you guys. Like, I'm the biggest crybaby, as you guys can see. Like, everything hurts me. So we decided not to do a home birth and just continue to do a hospital birth, but just praying that Ella hangs on longer and that Dhar is allowed with me. It's bad enough that my mom and my sister aren't able to be there. I don't even know when they're going to be able to see the baby with everything that's going on. As you guys know, my sister and I are 11 days apart, so we both had each other to kind of go through this experience together, but it is also hard knowing like we don't know when the babies are going to be able to meet or when our families are going to be able to see the babies. That's where the hospital state is right now. Hopefully things get better though. So, you know, by the way, you guys, sorry for crying. My emotions are all over the place, but I really do hope that you guys are taking all the precautions necessary and staying safe, not only for yourself, but for others out in the world, your older grandparents, your parents, your friends, just everyone. Just please make sure you're following the rules, you're washing your hands as much as possible, and you're staying safe. This virus is a very real thing, and it's really sad and scary, the state of the world right now. It actually hit very close to home. My aunt actually was diagnosed with the virus about almost 2 weeks ago. And she was okay, and then one day she woke up in the middle of the night, she wasn't able to breathe. So, you know, they took her to the hospital and she fell into a coma. And that has been really hard for our family because, as you guys know, like there's no visitors allowed. We're not able to talk to her. We're not able to see her. We're just praying. And luckily, about a little over a week, just a couple days ago, she came out of her coma. She's still in the hospital though. They're still having to like give her oxygen and stuff, but she's in a much better state, thank you God. But it's just, it's a real thing and it's really scary. And so please guys, just take everything as serious as possible. Stay home. If you aren't an essential worker, if you are, thank you so much for all your hard work and putting your life on the line for others. You guys are seriously so amazing. Okay, I'm gonna try to move on because I'm a mess now. I have like muckles coming out of my nose, and oh my gosh, I'm just a mess. My eyelash is coming off. Oh yeah, it really is coming off. Oh my gosh. And you guys, I just realized that I only painted one hand. So this hand is painted, this hand isn't. As you guys know, I can't even go to the nail salons or anything. So pregnancy brain got the best of me and I only painted one hand. What's funny is like Dhar hasn't been able to get a haircut either. And so and he has curly hair, so when it gets like big, and he was just like, oh my gosh, my hair's getting so long, and I was like, I'll cut it. And he's like, you know how to cut it? And I was like, yeah. So I quickly watched a YouTube video and I cut his hair, but I think I did a really good job. Anyways, okay, so let me read some of the questions that you guys wrote me. Have you gotten any stretch marks? So far, no, but I have some friends where it didn't hit them till the last couple weeks, so I don't know if I'm in the clear yet, but so far I haven't gotten any stretch marks. I do constantly put lotions and oils on my stomach. I know some people are a firm believer that like it's genetic, so even if you put stuff on your stomach, you can still get stretch marks. I don't really know, but I still took all the precautions and I constantly keep my stomach oiled and lotioned up. How much weight have you gained? So far I weighed myself this morning, I've gained 28 pounds. And I feel like probably half of that came this last couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm at 28 pounds right now, and I feel like I'll probably gain a few more pounds because the way that I'm eating, girl. Have you been able to sleep at all? Actually, no. I guess my body is preparing for the baby because I heard once the baby gets here that you hardly get any sleep. It's been about 3 weeks since I've been able to sleep through the night. I probably sleep maybe 1 to 2.5 hours a day. And it's just because I'm so uncomfortable. I've just had like so much on my mind, but I'm constantly like tossing and turning and and just uncomfortable, you guys. Like, I feel so much pressure, like even just sitting there, I just feel like I'm gonna like collapse. So every night, like, I have to go pee every hour. Then when I get up, like, I'm just like, oh gosh, she's gonna come, like the pressure is so tight. But yeah, I just can't sleep at night, and at night I do feel so exhausted, but that's like when Ella wants to play and she's like, let's twerk. And so yeah, I haven't been able to sleep at all, and I feel really bad because, you know, I'm always tossing and turning or getting up and flushing the toilet and making all these noises, and of course Dhar can't sleep, and then we work during the day, so we work around like 9 a.m. to like 7 p.m. every single day, and I just feel bad because like I'll see him yawning on the call or just like needing more coffee, and I know it's because, you know, I kept him up. So these past 3 days I'm just like begging him to sleep in the guest bedroom because I want him to get sleep, because I know once the baby comes he's probably not going to be sleeping that much. So I've been begging him like, please sleep there, I'll be okay. But he just gets like nervous because he's like, what if your water breaks, what if something happens when you're walking to the restroom, what if you need help? So I have convinced him the past 3 days to sleep in the guest bedroom, but he'll come check on me like all the time because he's like a night owl. He'll stay up through the night, so he'll come check up on me. How has quarantine been going, and do you guys get on each other's nerves yet? So quarantine has been actually going fine. I am a homebody. I love being at home. And Dhar and I have actually worked together for almost 5 years, and we lived together for over 4 years. So we are used to like working and living together and being together 24/7. So it's actually not really affected our relationship. And during the day, like literally we just work. He'll work from our home office and I'll work from bed. And we're so busy with work, like it is crazy how busy things are. And then we'll take lunch together and we'll take dinner together. But yeah, I feel like nothing's really changed for us because we've been used to it for the past 5 years. But being quarantined, one thing that I will say is that it's I've gotten to watch some interesting shows. Before this, I stopped watching TV probably like 10 years ago, but we do have Netflix, so like at night I'll put on Netflix, and we've watched Tiger King, of course. If you haven't watched Tiger King, where have you been? Carol Baskins. Just kidding. Do you guys ever just like say that like throughout the day? I say it like 50 times a day. It's like my favorite thing to say. And then what else have we watched? We watched some cool, Love is Blind. That was good. And then I just started watching Too Hot to Handle. These are all on Netflix. Netflix sponsor us. Just kidding. So yeah. It's been cool to catch up on some reality TV and some documentaries and things like that. What has been one of your favorite things about being pregnant? I will say feeling Ella move. The first 2 trimesters, I was just like, oh, this is so cute, my goodness. And now that she's bigger and I'm just feeling like a lot more pressure and pain, I'm just like, girl, you do not stop kicking me so much. Just kidding. I still love it and think it's cute, and I know like once she's born I'm gonna miss it, but lately her movements are just so much harder. I'm just like, oh my goodness, girl, calm down. She's definitely gonna be like me. Like, I'm very, you know, active and constantly doing things, well, except for these past 2 weeks, but I'm normally like on the go, dancing all the time, doing like silly things, and I feel like that's just how Ella's gonna be because she's like that in the womb right now. But yeah, I feel like that's been one of my favorite things, just being able to feel her move. Oh, I love her so much. How long do you plan to be on maternity leave? So good question, but I actually don't plan on taking maternity leave. you know, since it's our company, like my brain is just constantly thinking about work, 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 work. And then even when, you know, even this past week, like I was so uncomfortable and I was like, cancel your meetings. Like you need to take it easy. You need to rest. And I'm just like, no, because when I'm not involved in these meetings, then I feel like, oh my gosh, it's not going to get done right. Or what if blah, 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 blah. Like I just start thinking the worst. So it's better and I'm less stressed when I am working, so I don't plan on taking maternity leave. Luckily I'm able to work from home, so I'll be working from home, well, I guess until until we're able to go into work, because right now we can't, but I'll be working from home, and then I plan to take Ella to work with me, since, you know, I have my own office and stuff, see how that goes. And if I need help, I will hire a part-time nanny to help me during the day while I'm at work, but she'll come to work with me as well. We have like an extra room at the office that's set up and stuff, so she'll be able to take good care of Ella. But as of right now, we're planning to do it on our own, and I'm planning to work. But like I said, it makes me happier to work than to not work. So yeah, but I don't have any kids. I don't know how it's gonna go, so we're just kind of gonna play it by ear. But I am nervous because Dhar and I, like, you know, we have no kids and we're not able to have our families over or any help right now, and so we're literally gonna have to do it ourselves. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like we don't know how to do anything ourselves. We're not ready to be adults yet. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I have a lot of friends, family who have kids. Do you plan on breastfeeding? Yes, I do. Hopefully I'm able to. All of the classes, like the birthing classes, breastfeeding classes, all of new mom classes got canceled due to the coronavirus. So I've been taking like online classes and trying to watch YouTube videos and be as prepared as possible. So I definitely am going to try my hardest to breastfeed. We'll see how it goes. Let me show you guys my bump. I don't know if I showed you earlier. Literally, pregnancy brain really has gotten to me. Like, I can't remember things sometimes. I'm like, okay, make sure I'm not moving you first. Pull this down. So it's kind of hard to tell because I am in black, but let me turn to the side. Just kidding. But yeah, Ella has definitely, Ella has definitely grown. She is getting big. She is in the 40 percentile, which my doctor said is good. All her body parts and everything is measuring great. So that's good. I can't wait to see her. I haven't been able to picture her, but I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys this journey. I did create an Instagram for her because I am like psycho about her outfits and her bows and stuff, and I want to like share them with you guys. So if you guys have an Instagram, follow her. Her handle is ella.rose. I'll leave it here for you. But we will be posting a lot of pictures of her there. So yeah, Ella, we're super excited for you. Mommy and Daddy love you so much. Just hang on a little longer, baby girl. Okay, let me see if there's any more questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna end it because I'm hungry and I'm tired. And it hurts to sit like this, you guys. How is your sex life? Why do you guys always want to know about my sex life? This is a family channel. So I hear like different things, like when you're pregnant, some people lose their sex drive, some women get more of sex drive. I feel like it's been constant, but obviously like this past week, I don't want her to come, and I heard like when you are having sex, this is bad. This is a family channel, that the baby you can deliver the baby faster. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, gotta wait another week. But before that, it was fine. Can you give us a tour of her nursery? So her nursery room is not done yet, you guys. I mentioned it in our last video, but we had like carpeting people and draping people and wallpaper people all coming in. And with all that's going on, like we're scared to have anyone in our house. So her room is not done yet. We haven't even had her crib delivered. It's just been crazy. But we have her bassinet and we have the rocking chair and her drawer and her dresser all in our bedroom. And then once things are better, then we'll start getting her room together. But I did put together her closet, which is really, really cute. And I feel like we're pretty prepared. Even though we had to cancel our baby showers, our friends and family, literally, you guys are the real MVPs. Like, they hooked Ella up with some cute stuff. I'm like, they need to put this in my size because I'd be wearing this. But yeah, I think we're pretty prepared. I don't know where as prepared as can be. We've never done this before, help. It's so cute because Dar's like, I want you to like sleep, and when Ella gets here, like, I'll take the night shift. I'm like, boy, I'm gonna take every single shift there is. Because I think I'd be too nervous. Like, is he changing her diaper right? Is he like swaddling her right? I don't know, but how do I even know I'm gonna be doing it right? But I'm just so thankful for Dhar because he's been so patient, so supportive, so loving, and just like he really cares about every single one of my emotions. And I know I always say this, but it's true, and I'm just so thankful for him because I don't know what I would do if I had to do this alone, especially during these times. He's just been like my rock, and yeah, I'm just so thankful for you, Dhar. Air hug, because you're in the other room. All right, guys, I'm going crazy. I think I'm gonna let you go. Sorry if this video was a little bit boring, but not much I can do since I'm uncomfortable. I know I'm not even making sense, so I'm gonna let you guys go, but I love you. Stay safe, and I will see you hopefully next time we put out a YouTube video. Ella will be here. We'll get to show you guys her. Love you guys so much. Bye. Ooh. All right. Here we go. Just kidding. Bye.